Hi folks, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I want to ask you guys the question, who is actually running our country? I suppose all we have to look at is policies and recent changes that are hampering our government. The open borders, the push by NATO and UN for different policy change to take away our rights. We're getting closer and closer to World War III. So if it isn't the president running the country, who is it? Special Counsel Robert Hur has determined that President Biden carelessly handled classified materials that were found at his home and former office after his vice presidency, and that he shared classified material with his ghostwriter, and he will not be criminally charged. He asked why. The report said that Biden willfully took classified material but probably would not be convicted by a jury. The report said that Biden willingly took classified material but probably would not be convinced by a jury because they would see him as a well-meaning, elderly man with poor memory. The report said that Biden could not remember the years he served as vice president or when his son, Beau Biden, died, and misremembered key details of the Afghanistan conflict that was of central importance to him when he first served in the White House with President Barack Obama. He did not remember when he was vice president, forgetting on the first day of the interview when his term ended. He said, "If it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president?" question. And forgetting on the second day of the interview when his term began, the report said. It added he did not remember even within several years when his son, Beau, died. The report also said Biden told investigators that he had a serious disagreement with one particular general in Afghanistan. In fact, he had written a memo to Obama that the general had been an ally and agreed with him. Biden also struggled with memory in recorded conversations he had with a ghostwriter, Mark Zawincer. Mr. Biden recorded conversations with Zawincer in 2017 are often painfully slow, with Biden struggling to remember events and straining at times to read and rely on his own notebook entries, the report said. Investigators recovered notebooks that Biden kept from his time as vice president that contained classified information. The report found that Biden used these notebooks, which included handwritten notes from meetings with Obama and senior administration officials, as well as meetings about foreign adversaries and counterterrorism strategy, to craft his 2017 memoir with his ghostwriter. The notebook contained more than 36 entries that investigators determined contained classified information, almost all of them at top secret or secret levels. Some of that information was found to be related to human sources, which are among the most sensitive and highly guarded categories of classified secrets. One such entry was found in a notebook Biden had apparently labeled AFPAK-1, referring to Afghanistan and Pakistan. Investigators pointed to 5 pages that contained, among other things, information considered HCS-0, a special compartment of intelligence handling used to protect exceptionally fragile and unique clandestine human source operations that are not intended for dissemination outside of their originating agency according to rules promulgated by the intelligence community. Biden defended his retention of classified material, comparing his actions to those of other presidency, including Ronald Reagan. Biden explained that he took his notebooks with him after his vice presidency because they are mine, he explained, that every president before me has done the same exact thing. In written answers to investigators, Biden wrote that, like presidents and vice presidents before me, I understand these notes to be my personal property. But the report said he declined to answer several questions about whether he believed the notes contained classified information, whether he believed he was authorized to possess classified information after his vice presidency, and whether he took steps to avoid writing classified information in his notebooks. Several of the entries in Biden's notebook related to Afghanistan and Pakistan, areas where Biden exerted significant policy influence when he was vice president. Afghanistan, in particular, remained one of Biden's chief foreign policy concerns when he became president, culminating in his decision to withdraw U.S. forces from the country in 2021. More than a decade earlier, in 2009, Biden had strongly opposed the military plans to send more troops to Afghanistan and tried to dissuade Obama from committing forces to what Biden believed to be a historic quagmire akin to Vietnam. Obama ultimately ordered the troops surge, but Biden always believed history would prove him right, and he retained materials documenting his opposition to the troop surge, including a classified handwritten memo that he sent to Obama over Thanksgiving in 2009 holiday. The FBI agents found the classified Afghanistan material in Biden's garage and home office in December of 2022 and January of 2023. One of the notebook entries contained notes on the meeting in the White House Situation Room with Obama about Afghanistan and Pakistan. Investigators found that this entry contained classified information related to human sources. Biden also made notes about the meeting of the National Security Council on the two countries, which contained top secret information not intended to be shared with foreign governments, the investigation found. There are indications in the report that Biden, who was keeping documents to help write his memoir, may have forgotten he possessed them. This was among the reasons the special counsel determined that prosecution wasn't warranted. We also expect many jurors to be struck by the place where the Afghanistan documents were ultimately found, in Mr. Biden's Delaware home, in a badly damaged box in the garage, near a collapsed dog crate, a dog bed, a Zappos box, an empty bucket, a broken lamp wrapped in duct tape, potting soil, and synthetic firewood, the report found. A reasonable juror could conclude that this is not where a person intentionally stores what he supposedly considered to be important classified documents that would be critical to his legacy. Rather, it looks more like a place a person stores classified documents he has forgotten about or is unaware of. You can't have it both ways. Either Biden is guilty or he is senile. Which is it? An angry, emotional President Joe Biden defended his mental competence Thursday in a rare evening address to Americans.
I know there's some attention paid to some language in the report about my recollection of events. There's even reference that I don't remember when my son died. How in the hell dare he raise that? Frankly, when I was asked the question, I thought to myself, it wasn't any of their damn business.
President Biden, something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory.
I'm well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president. I put this country back on its feet. I don't need his recommendation. It's
How
totally
bad is your memory, and can you continue as president?
My memory is so bad I let you speak. That's
your memory has gotten worse, Mr. President?
My memory is not good. My memory is fine. I'm of the view, as you know, that the conduct of the response in the Gaza Strip has been over the top. I think that, as you know, initially, the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. I talked to him. I convinced him to open the gate. I talked to Bibi to open the gate on the Israeli side.
Many American people have been watching, and they have expressed concerns about your age.
That is your judgment. That is your judgment. That is not the judgment of the press.
They express concerns about your mental acuity. They say that you are too old. Mr. President, in December, you told me that you believe there are many other Democrats who could defeat Donald Trump. So why does it have to be you now? What is your answer to that question?
Because I'm the most qualified person in this country to be President of the United States and finish the job I started.
Responding to biting comments in a report released hours earlier on his mishandling of classified documents. Appearing on live television from the White House, Biden was furious over the report's claim that he was unable to remember even the date of his son Beau's death in 2015, as well as other key moments in his life. "My memory is fine," he said. Given Biden's reduced mental accuracy, Hur said, a jury would not in any case have found him guilty on document charges. Asked about that comment by reporters in the White House after formal remarks, Biden said, "I am well-meaning, and I am an elderly man, and I know what the hell I am doing. I'm president, and I put this country back on its feet," he said. "Take a look what I've done since becoming president." Speaker Mike Johnson and other top Republican leaders of the House of Representatives called Hur's report deeply disturbing and said it showed Biden was unfit for presidency. Biden didn't help himself either by momentarily mixing up Mexico and Egypt while answering reporters' questions about the Israel's war in Gaza. Hur also said it would be difficult to convince the jury that they should convict him, by then a former president well into his 80s, of a serious felony that requires a mental state of willfulness. The DOJ's decision not to prosecute Biden for keeping highly classified documents in a cardboard box in his garage due to the unlikelihood that a jury could find him guilty of willfully committing a crime due to his obvious mental impairment is hardly reassuring. What are your thoughts? You think he should be taken out of office? They say he is guilty of taking the documents, but incompetent to stand trial. Wouldn't that also make him incompetent to remain president of the United States? Who's actually running our government? Yeah, what do you think? Who do you think is actually running the government? Please put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you all. Bye.